Hi, today I'm going to demonstrate about the collaboration diagram. Uh, that is a collaboration diagram for a payroll system application. Now, basically, collaboration diagram is a behavioral diagram, and it describes the interaction between the objects. So this type of diagram is a cross between an object diagram and a sequence diagram. It's just like the sequence diagram. In sequence diagram, we have timeline, but in collaboration diagram uses the free form arrangement of objects. So object it has basic components like objects, actor, link, and a message. Objects are instances of a class and they're arranged horizontally. So and they are represented as a rectangle. The actors communicate with objects and they have a stick figure. Message or stimulus. They are modeled as horizontal arrows between objects. And links. Links are the relationships that connect the two objects. So the scenario of my application is my payroll system application has been divided into four main functionalities: user authentication, HP calculation, updating account, and user report generation. So in authentication, the user logs provide their credentials and they log in and log out. For updating the user account, the manager, the employee, and the bank account is involved. So the manager sent a request to the bank for updating user account, and the bank then asks for account detail, and accordingly updates the account of the user, and also it sends a message to the employee after they have updated their account. For net pay calculation, the manager in the system is involved. The manager provides all the details, that is the bonus or perks, anything, and deductions, and the system calculates and give the result. For report generation, the manager, system, and employee is involved. So the manager requests system to generate a report and gives the report ID. So accordingly, the report is generated by the system and it is given to the employee. The employee, after working on the report, get back to the system, and the system sends the report back to the particular manager. So the collaboration diagram, we have free flow of arrangements. So for user authentication, I have the objects, employee, and system. So here it first enters username, then it validates. Then if it's a valid, then it gives a welcome screen. Otherwise, then wrong username or password is given. So these arrows indicate the flow of messages. Uh, so after that, the employee does the operation and then requests logout. So after processing the logout request, it sends a message as successfully logged out. For netpay calculation, I have manager and system. So manager enters employee ID, and if it's valid, then if it's valid or invalid, then after that the manager requests information about the netpay calculation. Then system then first grants information and then the manager enter deduction or bonus, and then the system does the processing here, and after that it gives the net result, and then the manager requests end of operation and the operation is ended. For the updation of account, I have the manager, bank account, and employee. So manager requests modification. So uh, it asks for account number details. So after the manager enters the account number, it verifies and authenticates the account number and gives invalid or invalid. Then after the pin is entered, it checks and authenticates, and after that it enters the amount to modify. So after it enters the amount to modify, it modifies the account and the send messages to the employee, and if in case there is an error, it does the error recovery also. Otherwise, if it fails to modify, it sends a message that failed to modify. So in report generation, I have manager, system, and employee. So the manager first enter the report ID, and it asks for the report details. The system asks for the report details and then it gives the report details, and accordingly it asks the submission date first. So after it enters the submission date, is asked for the permission, that is who can view the report. Then it asks that it enters the permission, and it's process the report, and the report is generated. After the report is generated, it is sent to the employee, and employee submits the report, and it is then given back to the manager. So this was about the functionalities of the collaboration diagrams that I have done for my payroll system application. Thanks for watching.